It sometimes feels like the whole world of crypto is designed to be confusing, right? Well, today we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to break down the 4 biggest ideas behind crypto, and we're going to do it in a way that actually makes sense. So let's jump right in.
To get started, let's do something fun. Forget about money, forget about all the complicated stuff for a minute. Just imagine you and I are going to create our very own special limited edition digital trading card. Right here, right now. Believe it or not, this little project is going to teach us everything we need to know.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to build our collectible in 4 simple steps. First, we'll figure out how to make it genuinely rare. Then, we'll tackle the question of who's in charge. Third, how in the world can we trust it? And finally, we'll see how it actually gets its value. Ready? Let's do it. Okay, so challenge number 1. For any collectible to be worth anything, it has to be special. You can't just be able to copy and paste it a million times. It needs to be rare. But how do you make a digital file, something that lives on a computer, rare? Well, think about any normal picture on your phone or computer. You can copy it, email it, text it. You can make a million identical copies. That's pretty much the opposite of rare. For our digital card to feel special, we need a brand new rule. A fixed, unchangeable number can ever be created. And that simple idea, that's called digital scarcity. So here's what we do. We set a hard limit. For our trading card, there will only ever be 100 in existence, period. Not 101, not 100.5, just 100. That rule gets locked into the system with basically unbreakable code. And just like that, step 1 is done. Our card is now officially, verifiably rare. Okay, awesome. We've got our 100 rare cards, but that brings up the next big question. Who keeps track of everything? I mean, who has the master list of who owns which card? Who's the official scorekeeper for our little collectors club? Now, the old way of doing things would be to have one person, or maybe a company, keep the official list. But see the problem? That gives them all the power. They could make a mistake, or worse, they could cheat the system. The crypto way is totally different. Instead of one person holding a master list, every single collector in our club gets their own identical, automatically updating copy of that list. And this really powerful idea, it has a name. It's called decentralization. All it really means is that control and power are spread out among everybody in the group, instead of being stuck with one single boss. In our club, everyone is in charge, together. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. A system with no boss, where everyone has a copy of the list? I mean, how could you possibly trust that? It sounds kind of chaotic. And that's a totally fair question. No, seriously, think about it. If anyone can have a copy of the list, what stops someone from just adding their name to it and, I don't know, giving themselves all 100 cards? How does this thing possibly work without a central referee to call the shots? And here is the secret sauce. This is the magic trick. You don't have to trust every other person in the collectors club. Instead, you trust the rules. The entire system runs on transparent computer code that anyone, including you, can look at. That code acts as the automatic impartial referee, and it enforces all the rules fairly for everyone 24/7. All right, we are on the final step. This is it. We've got a rare digital card. We have a system where ownership is tracked by everyone. And we can trust that system because we trust the code, not some person in charge. So what's the last piece of this puzzle? Well, it's understanding what happens when our little collectors club starts to grow. It works just like a telephone. Think about it. One phone by itself is completely useless. 2 phones? Kinda useful. But 1 billion phones? That changes the entire world. This is called the network effect. The more people who join our club and all agree that these cards are cool and valuable, the more useful and valuable the entire system actually becomes for every single person in it. And there you have it. We just built the 4 core pillars of crypto using nothing more than a simple trading card idea. We created digital scarcity, which is just a fancy way of saying we made it rare. We used decentralization, so no single person is the boss. We established trust, but not in people, in the shared rules of the code. And we understood the network effect, where the whole thing gets stronger and more valuable as more people join in. At the end of the day, these 4 ideas, scarcity, decentralization, trust and rules, and the network effect, they're so much bigger than our little trading card. They are the exact same principles that are already changing finance, art, gaming, and the internet as we know it. It's a fundamentally new way of building things online, which leaves us with one last really exciting question. Now that you understand the building blocks, what do you think is going to be built next?